How's it going, everybody? This is Eddie and welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Let's Play. Today we have an episode that is not about the palace. I've been trying to think of other projects to start because I thought it was getting extremely repetitive with the palace, and it definitely was. So, yeah, today, let's check my sound. It's probably good. So today we will be working on a building that I have started, and as far as structurally I have completed building. Looks pretty ugly because it's all cobblestone, but that's fine. And this is something that I think I mentioned before, but that I really think is going to be pretty cool if we can pull it off. So before we start that, I think we should mention the clearing out that I have done. Basically exhausted my supply of gunpowder for TNT, and also I didn't even get too many blocks out of this whole thing because I didn't get any cobble or sand, too much of it, because basically for instance right here, I ran down, placed TNT, and I decided that before was very careful to make sure no TNT would come launching back into the village and blow something up. I didn't care anymore because I was getting so sick of, doing the whole torch trick or finding some other method for clearing out this space. So, and I also went through a good pick, the Fortune Unbreaking Efficiency pick that I was using, and once you start using efficiency, you don't want to go back. So then I got another pick, which was Soak Touch, so I can't use that. And it's just unfortunate. So I've been now stuck with just an Unbreaking 3 pick, which is fine because it'll last a long time, but it's not as fast as the efficiency, so it's a little unfortunate. But anyways, clearing it out like this, like I'm doing right now, is just brutal. So the TNT is where I went, and I basically just went down the row, not caring, just place. I did them more or less. I was really messy with it, but it was more or less every like this distance apart on each. Just laid it on top. I didn't embed it into the cliff at all. I didn't, put it too down, because TNT I think is a 5x5 radius, 5x5x5 radius, so you get, or maybe it's just 5 blocks in every direction. I don't know. But, if you lay the TNT on top of the area you want to clear, you're missing out on all the blocks that would destroy above it. So the general idea to make it most efficient is to embed the TNT a couple blocks down so that you can clear some above you. But I was way too lazy, wanted to do it quick and dirty, and, I didn't care about efficiency. So I just did it once, which basically removed all of the sand. And then I did it again, which removed most of the sandstone, but it also blew up the sand that I put in. So I didn't get to collect too much of it, because I didn't care. And then I probably did it once more in selected places that still looked pretty high, and then I went through and cleared it with the pick. So I didn't get too much of the area that I cleared. I don't have a huge supply of sandstone and sand around now. It's just a large supply of sandstone and sand around. And I still need to do quite a bit more, because what I've decided we should do is obviously I'm gonna clear all the way out to here. And before I was pondering whether or not to make this the edge of the village, but I determined that would be way too skinny. So I'm gonna probably move it out one more block. Not one block, like Minecraft block, one more block like street block. So, this width here. Oh no, that's too wide, but the width of this plot of land here. Extend it out that far so that we can get in a couple more buildings. But enough about all that. It is time to talk about the new building and get to working. So this idea of this is that I made it into the iron door. Usually I can't do that. But the idea is that it is a mini game. So this is going to be the lobby here. I haven't done the floor yet. It's still a mess. And over here I put some soul stand to slow you down in case anyone's trying to cheat. But the idea is that you stand right here. Now in this spot, well, we'll explain that later. You stand here for a while until you feel like until you've been there for enough time. And we'll talk about how you judge in a second. And then you come through the gate, stow some soul sand, like I said, for people that are trying to cheat and get by without waiting. And then I haven't thought of a good way to do this. Perhaps a piston door if I can get it working. But then you break the blocks or you remove it, and it can't just be a door, I don't think. It has to be blocks of some sort, full blocks that mobs can't see through. And then this room is going to be filled with zombies that have been pouring out of this hole. And then there's a chest at the end. So the idea is kind of that you have to fight your way down the hall. It's not that long. You could probably run in and get it. And the chest currently just has 1 diamond, but, you know, I was thinking that if there was some way... Covered it up. Didn't mean to do that. Oh. Some way to have people access this place from the roof. You could actually have someone place something in there for you to get, and then... Or perhaps it's a security system for the chest or some sort. I don't know. Yeah, we'll cover that back up. But now to talk about how it all works, how I want to get it working, and why I did this. Basically, there is a zombie dungeon right near here. I've mentioned it before, and I wanted to do something with it. But, you know, unfortunately, you can't move those things. Even with Can you move them with pistons? I don't know. That's something to test out. That could really be kind of like a game changer for this whole thing. But anyways, so this is what I've done so far. Cleared out the area. Here it is. It's a zombie one. And I've lit it up so nothing's going to be spawning. Lit it up? I've lit it? I lit it up. There we go. And basically, the idea is, so this couldn't be centered, but I mean, I can't move anything over because you see there's the soul stand for the walkway. So, unfortunately, this whole room is not the maximum spawning space. And it's probably going to get very bad rates. But that's fine. But this, I put this water here to demonstrate why the room is so wide, because, you know, I could put the wall right here and still, or, you know, around this area, still get finds, you know, the maximum amount of spawning rates that I'm going to get with the spawner placed in the location that it is. But the reason why it's back here is because then the water flows its full length, and then it doesn't pour over the edge, and the idea is that zombies are going to spawn and fall in here. This is a pretty standard system for moving mobs to where you want them to go. So, yeah, I have a bucket of water on me, good. So this here is to show the problem with the end. I needed them, the water that's in this corner needs to flow all the way down to here. And then at this very location, I needed the zombies to go up at this very point here. Or it could have been, I guess it could be farther back that way. That could solve a couple of problems, actually. Yes, it would. I should do that. But anyways, right now the idea is that mobs swim, and the water flows right to this corner, and then they swim up, signs alternating with water, and they're... Oh, what the hell is this? Did I do this? Yes, I did. So then there'd be some water right there, so that they'd come up and flow this, oh no, I fell down again. Nope, give me that. Oh my god. Flow this way. Now this is a little system that is used for getting mobs to be raised up, but I didn't need the zombies to be raised up. I needed them to be on the equal level, but the water ran out right here. So I dropped it down one and then raised them up one, and it evens out. So, come on. Alright. So this is what it is. It's 2 stairs. I don't know if this stair right here is actually necessary or not, but it might be. And yeah, it definitely is not necessary, but that's fine. It's already there. So the idea is that the zombies, what the stairs do basically is that the water will be flowing this way and then connect with this water that's on the stairs. So stairs you just walk up, you don't need to jump. So what the zombies don't get stuck because the water pushes them in this direction and then they just kind of slide right up the stairs. So we can see it in action. I'm not pressing any buttons here. It's just gonna bring me down all the way up and continue me going. And then I will come out in the room. So, yep. Alright. So, the idea about this corner, though, is that when you stand here, the spawner is activated. That's the whole point. So, to just test this thing, all I really need to do, for the time being, is to add the water and remove the torches. Put this here. And then see if they spawn and ride this thing and actually come out the end. This area really concerns me because if they go up and then go a little bit over here, they're going to get stuck on like this underneath this cobblestone. But then the reason why I thought it would still be alright is because this piece of water is flowing towards where we want it to go. So if they get stuck under this cobblestone, they're going to get pushed and go up the tube. But it did just occur to me that we could actually push this whole thing back a couple blocks. I don't know why I didn't think that. I don't think there's anything over there, so I don't think it's a problem. I built this yesterday, and then I'm recording today, obviously. So there could have been a reason, but maybe there. I don't know if there was or not. And then my original idea was to put iron bars right here, so you could see the zombies coming down here and then going over. But I thought that might mess up their pathfinding because they might see you and then fight the current to track you. So that's why. Yeah, that's all fine. That is why this has to be a piston door, because what I don't want, or piston door or something else, I don't think zombies actually see through fence gates, maybe, so that would be fine. But what I don't want is I don't want a bunch of zombies crowding right here, and then for someone to open the door and then stand here and kill them all and then walk in, because the spawner's not activated from here. The idea is that you can't really see them, and you have to go. You just have to kind of like fight them, and it's just for fun, really. Maybe a little practice at fighting zombies. I don't know. And if you're someone who's into like ultra hardcore and stuff, some game like this might work out. But the other thing is I wanted the room to be dark, so that you couldn't see the zombies when you're walking in. That would make it really fun. But then I thought, but then creepers would spawn, and then you'd, open up the door, and then this room would break. And so I just determined, well, in that case, let's just light it up. And I made it really light in there, just because, I don't know. I just got a little crazy with the torches. So, looks like I've already been talking for 15 minutes. So that's usually going to be halfway, not halfway, I mean over halfway. I wanted to spend half of this talking and half of this doing, but that's not going to happen. So what we're going to do is I'm going to sleep again, and I'm going to see if I can just start it up just by adding the water and stuff that I said before, and then we will see if it works as is, and if it doesn't, then we'll make some changes. So I will be right back with you when this room is as efficient and workable as I think we are going to be able to get it. Okay, the room is working. I'm gonna watch this zombie go up and see what happens. Yeah, see, they can come out. That's the problem. Oh, well, he's tracking me. That's why he's coming out. Alright, well, in that case, let's just plug it up and see. See what happens. Oh, yeah, there we go. So right here is as closest to the spawner as we can get. Let's see if the whole water... I can hear him. I wonder if maybe for right now can we... Oh! Yeah, they're coming in. I don't know how fast and how many. Okay. New idea. I'm gonna plug the hole. I spawned some of them when I was observing a second ago, if you saw. So now none should be spawning. If we kill all of them that are in the pathway right now, then we should be able to go back to the corner and test it out. Alright, this will be probably the last guy right here. Okay. I think they were spawning, so I think we're all set. I should mention also that in the 1.3 release, it looks like it's going to take a lot less mobs to get to level 30, which is the new max. So, plus you're going to get more levels just by doing other things like furnaces and mining stuff. So if you assume that like you're already at a base level of like 15 or 20, which from what I've seen is pretty easy to get without even killing any mobs, except for, you know, without ever going to a grinder, I should say, then this might be like just enough to this might be just enough mobs to, you know, put you up to 30. So this could be how we do it to finish off our levels. But I want to add more things to it so that it becomes more of a mini game and less of a wait around for zombies to collect. So we'll see. We'll see now. Oh, they're coming. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. Some of them looks a little invisible there. So yeah, obviously there's no challenge here. Oh god. I don't want to die. Obviously this would be cheating. I would want the piston door to close. It's a small enough space that it actually is difficult, and it's narrow, so that if you go down here and one of them gets behind you, chances are you're gonna get hit, at least. Made it. So if there was some way to make this more difficult, like, one thing I was gonna try to do was, make the pathway come all the way down here with another door, maybe 2 more doors, and then have it push them out the doors, have pistons push them out at certain points, randomly. So, you know, you come in here and you'd be fighting the guys down here, and then the piston would fire out some zombies that had been collecting, at this point, and then you'd be surrounded. I still might do that, but the problem is, in the structure of the building, are they still coming? I guess it takes a while for some of them to get up the walkway, though. Ooh. Let's see. Hello? Oh my god. Maybe they're still spawning when we stand in that room. I don't think so though. Or they could be getting stuck and only filtering through slowly. Yeah, but I think it would be cool to come up with some alternative, not like an XP grinder, but some alternative killing machine with some other purpose as well. But I'll show you the problem. So it works. It's surprising that something like that works on the first try. But I'll show you the problem with bringing the zombies down farther. Here's our killing room. So if we're going to bring the zombies down farther, we have to extend the house in this area over a couple blocks, like this many. Which wouldn't be the end of the world, but it would be make a asymmetrical building, and then you'd have zombies glitching through the wall over here. And so that's not good. If you're looking for a tutorial for this sort of thing, it is no redstone. It is simply the spawner room. Now, if this were ideal, it can't be because the inside of the building is right over here, then this spawner would be centered in a room like this to take advantage of all of the spawning space. And the idea would be that the maximum number would spawn, and they'd come down here, and they'd flow here and up, and then they'd be out of range of the spawner, and more could spawn, so an infinite amount could spawn. The infinite is still the case, it's just at a slower rate. And then, you ship them off wherever you want to go with the waterway I showed. That's as simple as it is. It's pretty easy. And, if you go back and pause the video, you'll be able to see more about the way I built the room. I explained it a little bit more earlier, but yeah, we didn't do a lot this episode, but I showed a lot. So in the episode, all I did is basically place the water and move the torches, and test it out, which is an important part of the process. Oh, I forgot about over here. Okay, over here, what I'm going to do is, oh, hello. See, I would get that all over the village, which would be a little weird. Also, if there was any problems with the pathfindings of the zombies, they'd be all after the villagers. So that's not wanted. But anyways, basically, threw some torches in there just so that nothing spawns. And cover this whole area with cobblestone. It's gonna be a good place for spiders to spawn. I think I lit it up enough though. So this will be the other thing we get done in the episode. It's just to temporarily at least finish off this project. Probably leave it like this for a while. A couple more things are good to have that we don't have currently, which would be on-off system. And then I'll cover it in a layer of 2 of sand. I'll go get some sand. Hopefully that won't take too long. Episode's looking like it's about 25 minutes. My goal is to get between 15 and 25 minutes every episode, and if you look back you can see, so I did get some cobblestone. I mean, sandstone. If you look back you can see that oh. Did I already have that sand? I don't know. I did pretty good. I've done a alright job, but most of them are over 25 minutes. This one's going to be over 25 minutes too. Sorry. But I think it's important that we do more than just showcase something that I basically already did. Anyways. Wait a second. I think I did that wrong. Yeah, I did. That should be a block to prevent lighting glitches. Alright. So now, it's a good way to get rid of all that annoying cobblestone. Oh, there's zombies. Sorry about that. Like I said, stone needs an on-off system with some redstone lamps. And this pillar spawner is directly below the pillar, so clearly we're close enough to start the spawning, seeing as we're very close to that pillar. But yeah. So we attempt to get this as natural as possible, but the most important thing is to cover up the cobblestone, since outside of the walls of the... Oh, that's the other thing I did I'll have to talk about. Outside of the walls of... the... village, that's the word. I have to sneeze. Oh, wow, okay. Stopped recording just in time. So that you didn't hear it. But, what was I gonna say? Oh, the outside of the walls of the village, it's meant to look like a normal desert that has been untouched. And then far away in the desert, I'll have to start a new quarry. If I ever actually run out of materials. Besides the creeper hole, I think that is realistic enough for now. The last thing to talk about is the wall. Alright, so the wall I went with here is sandstone. It's complete sandstone with the big bricks, and the idea is that it looks like a giant wall, and that is what it looks like, and it's going to be decorated. In here, I've decided that the area from here, oops, not that, this, more or less here, all the way over to, you know, around here, kind of like this. It's a messy representation, but this whole area is going to be a courtyard for the palace, sort of. Bushes and trees, and maybe not trees, but bushes. And water, flowers, grass, that kind of thing. And it's meant to look nice, and the idea is that I'm someone who usually likes to think... well, I don't know. I'm not sure. But, that's what's going to happen there in front of this wall. And so I didn't want the wall to be really intricate like that wall. It's not incredibly intricate, but it's more intricate because I wanted the focus to be on the ground here, not on the wall. And yeah, so that is it. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please show some kind of support. I really appreciate it. And next episode, maybe we'll be back to the palace. Maybe we'll do some adjustments to this. Maybe we'll start working on this area. But I'm definitely widening the area of widening the projects, number of projects, so that that's part of the reason why I cleared the space, so that we can do so that the videos will not all be about the same thing. So I guess all that's left to say is I will see you on the next episode.